You listen to Talonted Productions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Connect 4. I'm Talent.
Hi guys, my name is Meka from the band Meka Nism.
This is a super exciting episode, everybody, and we're going to get right into it. So tell us, Meka.
Yes.
Who are you? Where do you come from, and how did you get started in this?
Wow. That's a difficult but exciting question because I've been on so many adventures in this wonderful life, and I love being an artist. I love being a musician. I love being a spiritualist and studying shamanism. I spent several years in Japan. A lot of adventures all over the world. I mean, the first time I met you was probably in 2006 at the Vagina Fest 2006.
Yep.
Violence against girls is not acceptable. So doing some very important activism back then, still doing activism now.
And I had Frankie on.
Yes.
He's episode number 14. If you guys haven't seen it,
Frankie is awesome.
check out Frankie Messina. He's
It's all
amazing.
his fault, we're friends.
Yeah. It's all your fault, Frankie. Good job.
Hey, how you doing?
You're the one who's responsible for tonight?
I am for the Vagina Fest Orlando 2006. Yes.
And your full name?
Miss Meka Nism.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
And I just really believe in that. And studying shamanism, so, doing tarot readings,
Are we going to do a tarot?
Oh, we're going to
Are
do
we
a
gonna
tarot reading. Oh, we're going to do a tarot reading. And of course, I'm the front person for the metal band Meka Nism, Meka Nism.
Shout out to Talent being here tonight, filming some shit. Just on a show of his called Connect 4. Check it out. There's some episodes coming up in December and January and so on and so forth. Fourth, get it? 1, 2, 3, Connect 4.
10,000 miles parts us, their soldiers draw the line. 10,000 lies told to me, explosions keep the time. Fighting through the war inside, reaching from the chaos. Wait for me, I'll wait for you. Nothing can keep us apart.
Because my name is Meka, and it was Meka Nism and Her Rusty Tears when you first saw me.
Yes.
With you actually saw me with Florizel Dennis on saxophone.
Yes, he was amazing.
He's still amazing, and now he's a family man. And the vegan black metal chef was playing with me, Brian Manowitz.
He was on the bongo.
I know!
Oh, shit. I knew that looked like him. That's crazy.
We just watched some of that footage, man. So cool. I go to LA every year now for NAM, which is the National Association for Music Merchants. We've got sponsors, Klotz Cables, ESP Guitars. But now I'll be going to represent Florida for the Grammy Awards because I'm now part of the Recording Academy.
Congratulations.
And 2 local designers are already working on my dress and accessories. I always wear the Ash Rock Art, Ashley Mauser head accessories, the Fashionators. And Devinder, and they also work together, is going to work on a dress for me. And he has the KC Milan in Winter Park. And he's a famous handbag designer and other designer. And
Wow.
so I get to represent Orlando fashion community at
That
the
is
same time.
Incredible.
There's a lot of, cool things with starting a rock committee.
How does that happen?
Magic. I say that, but it's really just, things just happen naturally. One of the heads of the chapter in Miami, we met, I guess, like years ago, at where it was then maybe Firestone or Venue 576. I don't know what it is now, but she's like, hey, I have a picture of you on my phone. We met up at Rockville in Jacksonville, and it was the week after we played Earth Day Birthday here, and we just met. I was like, hey, in the media tent, And she's like, are you Meka from Meka Nism? I'm like, yes. And she's like, oh, I'm with the Recording Academy. Would you be interested in being a member? But the week before, they even told her, and this is the cheesy part, but I had done a new moon meditation of like, you put your intentions for the new moon, and I put Grammy Awards. And I didn't know why, but within a couple days, I got handed a card with a Grammy Award on it.
So literally magic.
Literally magic. Leave a manifestation.
Totally.
Make your life, create your existence, make all your dreams come true. Can't wait to see what Brating Community Roaster does, because that was me putting that on a small scale with a whole bunch of friends and an AKA lounge when it was alive and people just coming in. But working with people like Fred Schneider from the B-52s, and his company, at the Brating Community Roaster, they just invited me to be part of the coffee company, which I was dazzled, to say the least, by, because the other people involved are Elvira.
What?
I know.
Meka Nism Shaman Blend whole bean coffee. Are you kidding me?
It's like a mosh pit in your mouth.
Oh my God.
Really, it's about what we can do with the coffee. The activism, 25% of everything goes to activism.
Nice.
But they started it with snake bomb coffee, which was dealing directly with the farmers in Laos to help clear the 70 million undetonated bombs that are still there.
Wow.
Talk directly to the farmers, how to sell the coffee of the area, to go back to the area and help the community. Like, what type of people are that much about win-win-win? Just starting a company to benefit as many people as possible.
How did you become Meka? Like,
wow.
What year how did you get into music? Let's start with that.
Theater. I was into dance and theater as a kid. So I did dance classes since I could walk. I was interested in musical theater. I moved to Orlando to go to the arts program at Dr. Phillips High School.
From
St. Petersburg.
Okay.
I love theater. I did kind of veer off as soon as, actually when I was still in high school, I started leaning towards poetry, the Beat generation, the Rebels.
I love that.
They're like the early goth kids, the predecessor to like slam poetry. And I started doing open mic nights and writing poetry and starting to play guitar and writing songs, bringing the poetry to life, and then what characters would bring the poetry to life. And I just barely have done theater since. I just decided that the music world was the place to express my character, my poetry.
So where did the name Meka come from?
My brother. He's called me a lot of nicknames. Mitch, Michelob, Michelin, but then Meka Nism. Like, I was like, ooh, that's a good one. I'm using that one. He's like, yeah, that'd be a good band name. I'm like, yes, it would.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
You were in theater, and
Yes.
then you went from the theater, you turned that into like a rock persona, which is
Yes.
your persona.
Yes. Well, I had some help. Dirty Barbie taught me about feminism and going crazy stage antics. I had a band, Angel Autopsy. I was trying to write a rock opera, which I'm still doing, by the way.
Nice.
And I'm sure with, recently performing with Phantasmagoria, who, oh my gosh, when Lady Cimarine joins us on stage at the House of Blues or wherever we are, or our music videos, like Trailblazer or Black Sky.
Great videos, by the way. If you guys haven't seen them yet, check them out here on YouTube. Definitely.
So I'm even performing with them now for a couple special appearances. And so my spark and love for theater might not have gotten that far away. Might bring the rock opera element back. You never know. You heard it here first.
I mean, the first time I ever saw you, you were laying on the stage, screaming at the top of your lungs, sliding across the stage on your back. It was amazing. And I'd say, to me, at that point, that was edgy.
Yeah. I believe in performance art aspects of all things. I think that you want to make people uncomfortable with your art, because that's actually the biggest gift you can give to people, is make people a little uncomfortable. Not so uncomfortable that like you've lost them.
Yeah.
But just uncomfortable enough to expand their boundaries and then feel really secure coming back to center. They're like, oh, I just expanded.
You take them to the edge, push it a little bit, and then...
And you're giving people freedom that way.
Yes. You were in Japan, you said, for what, three?
Three and a third
half?
years,
okay,
yeah.
3 and a third. So then that brings us to like 2010 or 2011.
Middle of 2010.
Okay, and then you came home.
Yes.
What prompted that, though?
I got a job offer in Berlin.
Ooh.
Yes. Some of my friends, Sasha from Germany and Takae, his wife, we were doing some experimental theater in Osaka. And they were like, we should all move to East Berlin. They had a theater company over there and take over Europe with our avant-garde form of punk rock theater. I'm like, I'm in. I was going to be the musical director. I was already writing songs with them, and I was like reworking like Ramones songs and different
dream.
things. Totally. But when I left Japan and came back home to visit for a few months, they didn't get their visas and the theater company went bankrupt. So I could have either gone to Germany and continued my plan as an English teacher again, but kind of had to be conservative and kind of start over with a different culture and a different language, which I'm open for. But then I was like, I should give this a second and see what I can do here. And I was playing with some great guys. And then I met Bobby Von Ripper, Bobby the Ripper Keller, my guitarist.
Okay.
And I just knew, like, I had that spiritual connection where I was like, okay, all right, we're going to stay, we're going to do this. And we've been band partners ever since.
You're like, this is somebody I should be with.
Yeah, he had the spark, he had the something, but it was reserved at the time. So watching him grow into himself has been a beautiful experience because he is a beast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Totally.
And he just shreds, and he's got all the elements of, like, the best aspects of what it means to be, like, rock star. Like, so I'm getting the boys in Meka Nism on track to want to do acoustic stuff with me. You know, I started out as Meka Nism and Rusty Tears. And we are metal, but metal done acoustic. We did it at 36 Black, our collective. We did an acoustic set. Boy, was that sexy. Oh, with the Danny playing violin. Danny Volpe Arrieta is our second guitar player. We wanted him for a long time. We didn't take on a second guitar player. I didn't even start playing guitar again. We were waiting for him. He has not returned, but he has come to us finally. And
emerged from the ether.
He came to his home with Meka Nism. It's exciting, like, seeing where we're going. And the goal was to go to Germany. And The War Inside, which was the last EP we recorded in Lübeck, Germany with Lasse Lemaire from LSD Studios.
By the way, I love The War Inside.
Yes!
Absolutely love it. Every time it comes on the radio here, I turn that shit all the way up. Love
Thanks,
it.
Talent.
You talking about this album? You brought a copy of it?
I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a copy of Meka Nism, The War Inside. You can they buy this digitally?
Totally. On all of the digital platforms. Yeah.
We'll have everything listed right here for you where you can buy this album. I highly recommend it. My favorite track is the self-titled track, The War Inside.
Yes.
Music video is incredible.
We had such a great time doing that.
It looked awesome.
Oh, we had such a great time. Hard work creating that, but when you hear it, like, you know, it's the next level. Like, I've done a lot of music, and this was our third EP, but this had that magic. It was like saying the message in the way, because I believe in empowerment and manifestation and trying to deliver a message or a mantra. Like, what do you program yourself with? Well, if you're going to be listening to music and you're going to be chanting shit, it might as well be something you want to create in your life. The songs are about, you know, facing yourself, you know, getting in there and battling, but, like, winning, being the creator of your own life, you know, manifesting your dreams come true.
Who are your musical influences?
That is a wide and crazy spectrum. Huge part of my heart lives out there in like Oakland, California, with Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum, and then Nils and Dawn. They did Fawn Fables, who I got the privilege as Meka Nism and her Rusty Tears to open for, living in Japan. I played 150 shows in Japan. I saw a lot of bands in a lot of cities, like Maximum Z Hormone, like Okinawan band, brother and sister. They're just wild.
Name,
Maximum Z Hormone. Nabawa is an instrumental band with a violinist as the main, and he made an appearance on my Robot Eat Sushi album. And just my friends who are musicians over there. I listen to J-pop. There's also Dance Gavin Dance. I've really, like, cheesily gotten into. Bands that aren't in the metal genre but have really good vocals, like Thrice is a good example. That one song, Black Honey, it's the
I love that
it's
song.
the right zone
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me without being too heavy, but it has the edge. I listen to Florence and the Machine.
Oh, I listen to her too.
I love Florence and the Machine! 21 Pilots is another example of when I hear it, I feel it. And I get excited about that feeling. And it's not a feeling I have all the time. But the tonality of his voice and the way he puts words together,
It's fantastic. True artist. Those are
people
my
who are
favorite
not
artists.
afraid to deviate from their own genre, I think are the true artists.
Indeed.
Which is why I'm taking risks again with my project.
Where does the tribal look come from?
I started studying spiritual matters. So in Japan, I studied with a sensei that was teaching meditation. I've always been interested in yoga. When I got back to America, I was doing more sound healing, and I just had some really great friends that were doing these really cool ways of making life more sacred. Heidi, my teacher, was like, "You're a shaman."
Is she a shaman?
She's a shaman from a long line of shamans.
Heidi.
Siberian shamanism. She passed this year in February, but she was 73, I believe.
Wow.
But she was cute little old lady, and she was just spunky and bringing people together. But she would find you. She knew the healers. When it was time, she's like, "All right, it's time for you to learn." And it was like a several-year commitment. And I've made my mesa in Peruvian tradition, but I'm not even done yet. Shamanism is a generic academic word for all of the spiritual healers in every culture. What I see as a universal term for a lot of people trying to express healing arts. But I love the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I love, this stuff is what gets me excited.
Me too.
The spiritual stuff, the cosmic stuff, the purpose,
It, to me, is the only thing that really matters. The rest of this is kind of, it's a front.
Temporary.
Yeah.
The temporary version of humanity is what we all keep on getting distracted by, when the really ultimate purpose is to experience, as a human, to enrich the greater whole that we all are. I teach people that because I do the tarot readings and the shamanism, and one of the most important things to teach is to teach people the difference between emotions, thinking, and knowing, and how they're creating their life with the combination of those things. In my music, with Meka Nism in particular, I try to create moments of knowing, accessible epiphanies, something that's going to go in and expand your heart, expand your knowing, expand your intelligence too. They all are there working together.
The War Inside will do that for you, people.
Yes.
Go listen to it.
So if we start learning to tell the truth to ourselves, which is what I try to do with the art of shamanism and the art of music and how it all goes together, and that's why I dress like a shaman on stage, is yes, it's a character, but it's my enhanced, it's my putting on my higher self. And people have to look at you. They have to open their eyes, not just their physical eyes. They have to open their intuition. They have to open something to see you if you're dressed in your higher self, if you're dressed in your spiritual armor of like, let's go out here and make a difference in the world. I will wear things that I feel are charged. Why go out in the world not fully charged? You know?
I see you.
I see you. Isn't that the most beautiful thing? We get to talk in higher self and like share that, like with other people feeling higher self.
This is an episode of 42 right now.
It is totally an episode of 42.
Let's meet tonight's players. Versus. Let's play Connect 4.
Round one.
Meka, you are my guest, so I will let you go first.
Dun 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 dun.
Like a pro.
Oh, he's getting saucy. Watch out. I'm trying to strategize.
It's chess, people.
No, it's important. It's important to make the right move.
Oh, decisions.
Yeah, you did such a good decision, though. He's good. So good at this.
Can the tribal goth queen defeat the drunken master?
I don't know. He's good at this.
I'm gonna ask you too. Everyone has a different story about their Connect 4 experience, and very recently I actually played someone who had never played before, and I didn't believe him. It's like being stung by a bee. Somebody who's never been stung by a bee, I'm like, have you never been out in nature? Like, you've literally never been stung by a bee? It's just weird to me.
Right.
This person never played Connect 4. You've played, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not with this nice little deck with its wooden pieces, but yes. And I've been stung by a bee.
Cool. I mean, I don't wish harm on you, but yeah,
No,
you're normal.
I kept my cool. I was teaching summer camp in North Carolina for like cool gifted kids. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to lose my cool. Totally got stung by a bee telling stories in, a tent. Just kind of kept to myself, and like my hand was like,
yeah.
But they had like nettles, like stinging nettles to put on it, and I just like slept the rest of the day. I was like, I am no longer going to teach kids for at least a couple hours.
I've been stung so many times in weird places too, like on my forehead. And I was riding my motorcycle once, and I was on my way home, and it was almost home, so I pulled my face visor up, and it was like slow motion. I can see it coming, and just bang right here, like he stung me in my third eye.
Oh, it's a message! He was delivering you a message of enlightenment.
Well, message received.
Loud and
Exactly.
Ooh, 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 ooh. We gonna go for it. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, she is playing some serious Connect 4, boys and girls.
I don't die easy.
I have to watch her very closely.
Yes. Oh, he's bringing it. Ooh.
I'm picking up the rest of my pieces. This means victory.
All right. This means victory.
I love this game. I was gonna say, you can tell a lot about a person by the way they play Connect 4 too, believe it or not.
Yeah, truly. I'm doing a surprise twist.
Dun dun dun!
Oh, he did it!
Connect 5 even. Oh my god.
Because I was trying to trick you and put it there so I could get Connect 5.
That's the best 2 out of 3.
Okay,
So you're
good.
safe.
Okay, good.
We're still on.
At least I made you work for it.
You did.
Round
2. Round 2. Meka, it's on you.
You won, so you get to play the first move.
If you want me to, I will, but I'm giving
I'll take it.
I'm deferring.
I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm doing this. Watch out.
Communicating with the spirits. Are they going to take her to victory?
They might. He's building it. He wants it.
Tell she played with passion.
With everything, you just gotta do it. Oh, he's building. He's doing this.
She's hitting hard this time, boys and girls. She's hitting hard this time.
He wants to go in.
We're going all the way.
Oh!
What a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
See that? We don't bring chumps to this game. We bring the best of the best.
We work in this. We work in this.
It's intense. Intensity in 10 cities. I'm sweating under the lights. It's crazy. All pieces are off the board.
Ooh.
It's on.
Oh, he's feeling it.
He's like, I'm up.
You think he can do this?
Chess.
Ugh.
She's playing chess with me.
Yes, I am.
It's coming down to the wire. It is coming down to the wire. Who's gonna win this game? With only 3 pieces left in hand. She's taking it all the way.
So it's dun 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 dun. Checkmate.
Over. She got me.
Ah!
She got me.
Checkmate.
1-1.
Round 3.
Round 3.
Bum, bum, bum,
Rarely does it make it this far. I had Sushi do the number 4.
I saw it. Oh, just in case.
Just in case. I don't know.
Sushi's so cool.
I love her so
Yeah,
much.
she's totally cool.
I have a bunch of ideas for future stuff to work with her.
I actually got excited when I saw that Sushi was the number girl. I was like, that's Sushi! Yes. Go Sushi. Go Sushi. All right. What is my choice? I'm just gonna write for the topper. You know, you have so many options there. You're so good at this. He wants it, ladies and gentlemen. He wants the Connect 4.
I must retain my throne.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's a second.
Second! Yes!
Second time ever.
Second time ever!
Losing on Connect 4.
Holy wow!
That's congratulations
Oh,
to you.
Yes!
Unbelievable.
Yes!
This is going down in history, ladies and gentlemen. It almost makes me want to put this episode as the season finale, but I can't do it. I'm losing halfway through this season to Meka Nism. No better person to lose to. Thank you so much for doing this show.
It's a pleasure and honor. Yes!
I love you for coming. I love everything about this woman.
I love you for doing everything you're doing.
Thank you. Check out Meka Nism at all of the social media websites and check out all of her videos. Check out the coffee. Buy a CD. Buy the music online. We love you. We'll see you guys next time on another episode of Connect 4. Outtake number 1. La 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 la.